What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we got to talk about this. This is very important. Before you pay for another expensive card in this game, let's just go ahead and break down a few things, right? This game does not matter other than a couple things specific to what you do, like throw power. That matters, right? You got to have a certain number, but after 95, they pretty much throw it the same way. Speed, that's always been a primary focus with Madden. But what EA has done is they've gone out of their way to make cards extra trash for no apparent reason, right? So we all know, no matter what ability you have on your player, they all, and I mean every single one of them, they play the same exact way, with the exception of a few. All right, they all do exactly the same thing. So I want to make sure that you guys thoroughly understand what's going on so that we're clear about it, right? Whatever cards you have right now, I'm going to urge you to not spend money on specific expensive cards. For instance, that cornerback, the fan appreciation, I don't feel appreciated, by the way, but the fan appreciation, Calvin Johnson. We had a debate earlier about whether I should go to Richard Sherman, who was about 440 at the time, or spend $960K on the Calvin Johnson. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you how simply I saved myself about $550K, something like that, because I went back to Richard Sherman. Now, one of the things that we've learned, and it was a very hard lesson, is that you have to have pick artists, all right? If you don't have pick artists, you're going to get dominated. The problem is, corners should have acrobat. As far as the safeties go, you can gamble with just having pick artists on those guys and just like trying to jump plays or man up plays when they throw it right to the slot. But acrobat should be on your corners. Now, flat zone is a very, very important ability, but we had to forego it for now and just see if our acrobat will make plays if a guy just hikes it and throws it right to the flat. But I'm showing you all of this because even though Richard Sherman is 6'3" and Calvin is 6'5", they're going to do pretty much the same things unless he's a corner like Randy Moss that gets burnt over the top. Randy Moss, that golden ticket, is one of the worst cards I've ever used in Madden. It's a really bad, like, just overall card. I don't know if from the beginning they wanted him to suck or what the deal was, but he's been bad since the beginning of the game. And we need to figure out early, because as Madden 24 gets here, we have a lot of work to do, guys, because early on when the year starts, when we're all trying to get whatever the card is and whatever they're giving away and the grind, we got to know this stuff because the game is not going to change that much, right? So I don't expect them to have the KOs be as OP as they were this year because every year Madden changes and it shifts, right? So the way that they had everything getting knocked out, I think they'll either have it more balanced or you'll catch a lot more passes in 24. I'm just talking based on the way they've changed stuff, like Escape Artist. Even when they gave us Escape the Artist, the card, you couldn't use Escape Artist because the contains really contained. So it's about the way they build and platform the game from the beginning. So I don't think that any of you guys should spend more money on a card that's going to be exactly the same. So you look at these numbers, right? And you go, okay, I still want to go ahead and get another corner. Like, you're like, gee, I'm not convinced. I got Dion and I got Richard Sherman. But Dion's been there for months. He's just one of the best corners. So now we go into the item manager. We go over to Auction House, right? And we're looking for the most expensive corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I don't think they're going to show every one of them, but I'm going to go to 99, right? And then I'm going to go over to cornerback position. Primarily just so that we focus in on that specific position because, to be honest, that's one of the more important positions in the game. All right, let's scroll all the way down. And let's start from the end and go backwards. Lester Hayes is a trash can. Okay? If anybody tells you that Lester Hayes is a good card, they don't like you. All right? I'm just letting you know. Anytime I see this guy on the field, I moss him into oblivion. He is not different than any other card. I sold him for $2 million a while back. The whole thing with starting with the X Factor on is a joke. You just still throw at him and do all that stuff. Statistically, very similar. Richard Sherman has a 99 zone coverage, but all of your players right now should be able to make it to 99 speed. So that's not a big deal regardless. But this is a waste of coin. Okay? So whoever has him up for this price, just understand. Don't believe the hype. All right? This card is pure, unadulterated fecal matter. All right, so a lot of the other cards that you can get that are cheaper, like I just showed you, Dion or Richard Sherman, would work out just well. let's go and do a couple more from the end all the way up. Now this guy was down to 950 earlier, right? You can see that one is about to be over because people are getting smarter. They understand that these cards suck and they all play the same. Let's take a look. What makes him worth more than Richard Sherman? It doesn't really make any sense. Like, none of it makes sense, right? Like, you're looking at it and it doesn't. You're probably like, yo, they're pretty much the same without the like the zone coverage or whatever. They're the same. Like, what, the acceleration? Okay, we boost his acceleration. His agility is horrible because he's bigger than 6'3", 6'2", so he moves around a little bit different. Okay, jumping, both 99. Play rec, that doesn't really matter, but Sherman is there. Like, this guy has a 95 play rec. You'll throw the ball right at him and he'll be a dead gerbil. Like, he won't even look and see what's going on, so it doesn't matter. His man coverage is better, right? His press is better. So when you look at these two cards, why would you spend the money on Calvin? And these are the things I want you guys to realize so you could kind of understand it. If this was like Madden 15, when Richard Sherman was like the cover guy and he had like that Mutt Master, it would matter the spending on him because he played different than every other card. Because you had to grind for him and EA actually had some kind of love for us at that time. I don't know what happened with the staff. I don't know who they replaced, but it seems like they love us less and less now. Because all the cards just do the same foolishness. And you need specific abilities to make the players act as if they have a brain. So with all of these cards the way that they are, you can save yourself 500k by just looking at what I'm showing you. And remember, the abilities, he only gets 1-0 AP ability as well, the Calvin Johnson. If he got 2-0 AP abilities, that would be a different story. It's sort of like the situation with all the grinding that we're doing right now for the free cards. The only reason that the grind is still on and is this late in Madden, late in Madden, and we're doing it is because of the 2-0 AP abilities. For instance, Bo Jackson is gonna get 2-0 AP abilities, which is why we have them. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. These are the things that I want you guys to understand. Other than that, they don't have any value for us. So where the hell is Bo? Because he sucks. Bo Jackson, there he is. So the reason that I'm glad I didn't quick sell this idiot is because he's gonna also, after his next two upgrades, he's gonna get 2-0 AP ability buckets. But the weird part about it is, right now, we already have these unlocked. So you could give him any of them. Obviously, I believe that tanked is the best thing to run because if dudes are trying to hit stick you, they can't hit stick you. You know what I'm saying? So it just works out. I wouldn't mind evasive because evasive goes kind of crazy too, but it is what it is. Now, with the other players that you can get, that if you're going to be grinding the game along with me, the Chase Young, all of these players are supposed to get like 2-0 AP abilities. And the reason that EA is doing that is because they want to make sure that we stay playing the game. So I don't know when exactly I got that Chase Young, but what we're going to do is we're going to find him, and I'm just going to briefly show you. I think he's like a right end, right? Is he a right end? He should be a right end. The newest. Okay, I guess he might be a left end. Yeah, he might be a left end then. I don't see him here. Chase Youngington? Calling Chase Youngington. Okay, we don't see you. All right, let's go to left end. Because obviously, that's an upgrade, so we must have had to have... yeah, there he is. So, all of these Season 5 cards, they should get those abilities at the end, right? So, right here, these are the only reasons that we're going to be using them. So keep that in mind before you start spending money on these expensive cards. If you're going to grind the game, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to get 0 AP abilities on just free cards right from the jump. All right, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments and get at me with it. And pretty much we'll go from there. See you guys and girls next time, man. Enjoy your day. Stay blessed. One love, y'all.